Hello, my friend, and welcome back to the 5-day challenge. Today's day 3 of 5. Welcome to your word detox challenge. Let's revisit the one word game. Do you remember the one word game from day 1? If you haven't seen that video yet, go back and watch that video so that you can play the one word game. First, do you have your pen? Do you have your paper? Do you have something to write with? You're going to want to write this down and see it on paper as well as experience it in your body. Remember, we're playing with the energy of words so that we can see how they influence our life, our perception, and therefore our reality, okay? So today we're working with the word should. Should is one of the soft talk words that you learned from video 2. If you haven't seen that video, go play and do the soft talk challenge. Should is a really, it's a word we should ourselves. We should. It's a fun, should ourselves is like a fun way of making fun of the word should. Like we really should ourselves, kind of like ourselves, right? So notice what saying the word should creates in your body. Here's an example. Write this down, say it out loud, and reflect with the experience. Write it down, take a deep breath, feel it, reflect. Okay, so the first statement is, I should get back into that. I should get back into that. Pause this if you need, say it out loud. I should get back into that. Okay, so what are you feeling when you say that out loud? What kind of experience do you have in your body? And what's your imagination? We all have some version of what that is. I should get back into the diet. I should get back into the exercise routine. I should get back into that relationship. Whatever it is, notice what it's like to say should. Okay? Translation. It's the one word game all over again. Change should to could. I could get back into that. I could get back into that. What happens when you write it down, say it out loud, feel it, take a deep breath, and experience the difference? I could get back into that versus I should get back into that. What's the experience? Okay, so we have more opportunities with the word should. Here's another example. I should get back into that, or I want to get back into that. I want to get back into that. Say it out loud, feel what's the difference. Remember, we all have something of what that is. It's going to be your opportunity to practice that later. Good. So take a few minutes and notes about what you see and feel. What type of experience does each sentence offer? Use your breath to become more present to the experience. When we breathe, it allows us to slow down and really experience what's happening. Always pause the video if you need to. For me, should is draining because it feels critical. It's like a critical voice. I should be doing that, and I'm not. Shame. There's judgment there. It's a sense of judgment, right? I should myself. That's how I should myself. I sense that when I say should, it takes me even further away from what I really want, what I'm saying. Even if I should get back into that exercise routine, when I say that, I feel even more resistance to doing that thing, which is crazy because if I want to do it, I would rather use the language that takes me closer to it. I could get back into that exercise routine. I could get back into that exercise routine starting tomorrow morning, and I could do this, this, and that, right? I can get back into my exercise routine. I will get back into mine tomorrow morning, and this is what I'll do. Can you see the difference in how our language organizes confusion into clarity? It's so simple. Simply saying the word out engages the mind in a way that the mind is meant to be used. The mind will solve the problems with the right language. So here's your should detox. This is personal. It's about you, your should detox. Write down, pen to paper, 2 to 3 things that you've been shoulding. How have you been shoulding yourself? I should do this. I should be more like that, etc. Write it down. 2 to 3 things, okay? Pause the video if you need to And so now you'll put the translation next to it. So you will replace should with could, I want to, can, and will. So write down those versions of the sentence. I would prioritize the one that's most valuable to you and do the exercise with that one first. So the one that you've been shoulding yourself the longest, the one you feel the most distress over, start with that one. I should pay my taxes. I should da 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 da. Write it down, go through the process of translating to I could, finish the sentence. I want to, finish that. I can, I will. Read those all out, take a deep breath, feel what comes up for you. And look, this is your practice. So we're all going to have a different experience because we're living different lives. So make notes of what type of language suits you best, and then get clear on what it is. Just like I was talking about the exercise routine, I went from should to want to can to will, and I created clarity and certainty around that. And then with that, I created space within myself, and I felt like, good. I have that space and that presence now. So write it all down, get clear. That is your should detox. Notice when you're using should, you can start doing this with awareness and automatically start translating it in your head. Then you'll be very clear about what you really want and let go of any of the shoulds that are not serving you. It's that simple. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please practice sincerely. You can revisit these. I love revisiting these practices. They are always worthwhile. I always gain value. At any time, I always have something I can work on. So enjoy this, and I look forward to seeing you for day 4. Great work.